Hello, survivors, and welcome to another exciting video. In today's video, we are on my main account. We are playing on the Necromancer because in yesterday's video, which will be down in the description, we mentioned that 6 Chaos Golems would be insanely fun with Divine Legacy. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Please remember, if you enjoy the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like as well. Your support is truly appreciated. So let's get straight into it. Our runes are Skill Inclination Chaos, Singular Focus, Divine Legacy, and Unconventional Start. We are going to do a Curse VII Scorching Valley because, you know, caves is all we always do normally. So we're going to change it over to the Scorching Valley for a change. Again, we are going to just get rid of as much of the chaos as possible. That's going to give us the higher chance of seeing the Chaos Golems now. So we should see a lot of them in the level ups. Again, only 1/6 of them and nothing else. So we are in a fantastic spot over here. Really nice skill because, you know, you don't really need any visuals. He's literally just smacking the ground and everything around him dies. He does actually have a visual, but whether or not you see it, I don't think matters too much. You can see he is whacking the ground, and that's that. And if you do move too far away from him, you will see that he does start to run back to you, but we do need a second one to spawn. So in terms of speed, very slow. You do need to kind of stick around your Chaos Golem. He does do a whack ton of damage though, and we just got to watch out for the Void Presence because we don't accidentally want to lose our Chaos Golems. Now, because they melee, if we can just keep them over here where we can see them and in the corner, things will go very smoothly and very quickly. We will get a lot of XP and everything eventually will just focus on them while we try and focus on not dying to the Void Presence or getting them killed by the Void Presence. They do have a really long cooldown, so we don't want them to get hit too much by her. Alright, so there's another one. We can grab more HP, more area of effect, grab another one, and we are going to get some juicy golems. So we already have quite a few summoned, a nice multicast over there. We're not looking for damage for any of them. That will be something we banish, but let's just get all of them out of the way first. Now, I just do the banishing because I do want to get the golems as quickly as possible, so we can show you as quickly as possible what it looks like. You don't have to do the banishing yet. I wouldn't advise it. It's just how I do it for the video's sake. What you will use the banishing on is things like these over here, so that you don't really see them and you only really get the uncommons and commons specifically for your golems. So I mean for summons, so that you get general upgrades instead of specific upgrades. Alright, let's see, we're not seeing, there we go, there's another golem. Get even more area of effect and we can get some movement speed. I think we will need it. Alright, we do need to be careful of the paladin, especially when they're not focusing us. It can be quite difficult to not get hit by an attack that is focused on our golems, and because we aren't aware of it, we do get hit by it. So you do have to just be wary of that as well. Your golems can get, enemies focusing them when it should actually, when they're focusing you, you'd normally see it. But because it's focusing your golems, you aren't going to see it, and therefore you can take damage. So that's one of the things you've got to be careful of. But otherwise, you're in a fantastic spot. We've got a lot of golems. We are going to wait for the Divine Legacy to proc. It should be in the next 4 or 5 levels. I think the first one is level 26, not 25, because you start at level 1. So just in case you're wondering, it's level 26, then level 20, level 52, I believe it was. So just keep that in mind. It does do a weird thing with the levels and how it all works out. But anyway, there we go. Some juicy upgrades coming in. If we could get a lot of AoE as well as crit, that would be fantastic. I think I just killed a couple of my golems there, which is terrible, but you can see them just chowing down at the bosses. It is beautiful to see all of them dying so quickly with absolutely no effort. Really fun, very strong, just like our bunnies are. Not as potent as bunnies, but definitely a lot easier on your computer, because the bunnies with the explosions and just having so many of them on the screen compared to the golems does completely destroy us. So very nice to have this. So here's the legendaries that we're looking for. We're not actually looking for any of the others. I mean, you could go area of effect if you wanted, but the most important one is the increased quantity. It's going to do it for individual ones, not all of them, but that's okay. It will save us a bit of locks. So we're going to go actually for the multicast. We aren't worried too much about area, although it does make a huge difference. I think multicast over here is very important. We do get a epic increased quantity, which is fantastic. More multicast. The multicast and cast frequency just allows us to summon them a lot faster. So if we have like 6 golems, we are able to summon all 6 at once, and it just helps us with recovering from me being silly and killing them with the void presence. So that's the only reason for multicast, is just to make things more smooth, more quick. It also gives them multicast for their attacks, so they are able to attack more often and deal more damage. So you do want a lot of multicast as much as possible. Unfortunately, there aren't enough rune slots to get multicast as the rune if you want to run Divine Legacy. If you don't want Divine Legacy, then I would suggest the multicast mastery for the longer multicast chains. But as you can see, we just need to focus on surviving, dodging all the red dots, and everything else just happens on its own. Unfortunately, oh, huh? How come the golem didn't die to the void presence there? Can anyone tell me what just happened there? Why did they not die? That one dude got hit pretty hard. He was inside that void presence attack. So why did he not die? Alright, there's a legendary area of effect. See, we didn't have to take it. It came back to us. It just knew that we were waiting for it. We are only level 41, so we don't have anything more. Again, we would banish this because we don't need the single damage. We're only taking the single legendary increased quantity so that we get more golems. And I do believe it is guaranteed when you are playing with summons. If you do take 6 of them, you are guaranteed that at least one of the legendaries will always be increased quantity. We are going to find that out. I believe it is. Whether or not that belief is correct is what we are trying to achieve here as well. And it just shows, you know, doing something like this. I just wanted to show you guys how quick and easy it is to get builds like this up and running. How I do them, because usually on like silly Saturdays and things like that, I leave this part of the video out and we start off at the first Overlord portal and we go from there. But I thought it would be interesting to show you just how to get the golems from the start to finish and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that part of it and not just the, ooh, we got golems, let's destroy things. Alright, so we are on level 46, just get more cast frequency. We have 45 crit, so we are going to just maybe work on crit once or twice. Getting ourselves at least 50 means at least every second attack should theoretically, or can theoretically be a crit, you know, 50-50s. So that means with a lot of multicast, they will be critting quite a lot, even with only 50% crit chance. So that's why we do that, and we are comfortable taking some merciless upgrades there as well. The only problem with having summons is you can't really get them to focus on something specific, but that is why you go for multicast as well as area of effect, because then you don't have to worry about where they're hitting. As long as it's somewhere in the general direction of a boss, they should be able to kill them. Alright, get a magnet, because why not, and then we can increase the life of everything. Also, it would be cool if you know, them being chaos, it did say that they applied negative effects. It doesn't say that, but as you can see at the top of the screen, it really does. They apply all of the negative effects. They also, what's the wording I'm looking for? It looks like they also stun. So their ground slam attack does stun the bosses, or I mean not the bosses, the general enemy type. And that's really, really good for us because it's just another survival standard. So it helps us to not worry about any of the enemies around us. And then as you can see, again, we did land up getting the increased quantity. So that's 2 for 2 so far. Obviously, I don't have a huge sample size to say that it is guaranteed. We would have to continue with the run and keep going further and further into it to see what level we can get to, you know. But a 2 for 2 for me in a quick Curse 0, I mean not Curse 0, Endless 0 or a Cycle 0 run is what we call this. So a Cycle 0 run where we don't do any Endless or Overlord cycles, then at least the 2 for 2 is really, really good, and you're not going to need more. I mean, as it is already, we have so many golems running around. We'll count them at the end to see how many, but it's looking like 3, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. I don't know, quick maths everyone, we've got 3, 4, 5 more than usual, and it's normally 3 per slot, so we are on 23 golems right now, which is quite a lot of golems. Not as much as you could get using the rats or the bunnies. They have insane amounts of quantity, but they also have insane amounts of FPS drop when you are playing. I do think this is a very good build to play if you are not used to dodging a lot of things. So you don't really have to focus on the damage. You are guaranteed to have the damage being done. So this does allow you to focus on dodging. It is a very, very good build in terms of showing you how, like, the ropes of dodging and how insane Curse 7 is compared to other curses. So if you have managed to unlock or beat Curse 6 and you unlocked singular focus, grab yourself this build. It's very easy to get on any character that has chaos tag in their description, and then you are able to play this. It took us 8.5 minutes, not the fastest run, but a very, very enjoyable run nonetheless. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.